I'm John Janarone, Editor-in-Chief of IPO Edge here at the New York Stock Exchange for the 2023 IPO Summit. Our final interview of the day is with the CEO of protein applications powerhouse, Modern Meadow. We have Roggero-Lovisi here. Catherine, thanks for joining today.
No, thank you for welcoming me.
So this is a fascinating business. I've been reading all about it. Tell us a little bit about how the company was formed, which is an interesting story, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about you.
Thank you. Well, the company was formed about 10 years ago, and we were here to basically replace leather, if you want. But today we are a full-blown R&D platform, and our objective is to use protein to basically solve real-world problems. So for us, it is taking the wisdom of biology and the knowledge of material science to create solutions that provide basically for multiple industry solutions for problems.
Okay, gotcha. Now, I want to talk some more about the specific use cases in a minute, but
Sure.
Traditionally, what was used for the things that you're doing was petroleum, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the world is just shifting away from that. Is that correct? That you're basically taking that place?
So we are trying to avoid any petroleum input, but also animal input. So what we use is protein, either plant-based or protein that we design ourselves, and apply them in a way in multiple industries. So it could be in textile, it could be in beauty, it could be in biomed, to basically provide solutions that are performant, because consumer want performance,
Yeah.
but solutions that are also sustainable.
Okay, perfect. Now, I want to talk about some of the use cases, but I don't want to forget. I want to tell everyone about your really interesting resume. So you were at Christian Louboutin, L'Oreal, Revlon. What's it like going from those really big companies to a startup? How did that transition feel, and what kind of skills did you bring to the table that you picked up there?
Well, I think that what those business teach you is what consumer wants and what performance means, but these are big corporations. For them to provide solutions that are sustainable, it will take a little longer. So this is why I came to Modern Meadow, because today we have solutions that we can scale up. We are available today, and those solutions do answer consumer need, but at the same time they are sustainable. So they will require less energy, less water, no animal input, minimum petrochemical input, et cetera, et cetera.
You know, something that I want to remind our viewers and readers of, which comes up, and this is a good instance of it, is you think, well, why wouldn't L'Oreal, which is a massive company with deep pockets, plenty of access to capital, why wouldn't they do this themselves? Why is it that the startups are doing things like this rather than the big guys?
Well, I think the big guys are trying and they are investing, but of course when you are a very large corporation, it will take time to make change. When your reason to be, which is our reason to be, is performance at scale, but performance that are sustainable. For us, it is faster and easier to adopt a solution that has no compromise whatsoever.
Gotcha. Now I want to talk about some of the use cases, if we might. Mm-hmm. So let's tell everybody a bit about biocollagen and how that works and what you're doing and what it's replacing.
So today we have, one of the things that we know to do is to basically engineer, design, and produce recombinant protein. So basically, we design the best protein possible for the solution that we want to answer.
Yeah.
We know that in beauty, what we need is a collagen, which is what makes you look 20 years younger, or 20 years old, maybe. But we want to make sure that this molecule is safe, is biocompatible, because it needs to be compatible to your body, with a minimum amount of resources, right? So when you produce it through fermentation, which is what we do, you don't impact land, you don't do deforestation, you know exactly what you do, therefore traceability and safety are to the maximum.
Great. Now, this biocollagen, who's your customer? Who are you selling it to? I asked you before in the green room here. You don't do direct to consumer. You're selling these on an enterprise level. So who are the guys buying that stuff?
So we are B2B. So basically, we are, as I said, R&D platform, and our partners are really the formulators, and we have partnership with few companies, including Evonik, for example, and Colmar, and those guys are the one really working with the brands like L'Oreal, but others like Unilever and J&J, to make sure that they adopt the technology, the best technology possible for their product.
Great. Now, it's interesting that you mentioned that when the company was formed, that you were thinking more about something like leather replacements. Mm-hmm. And in fact, just a few days ago, I think, or a few weeks ago, you announced a partnership with Tory Burch. Can you tell us what you're doing with them?
So yes, so we have launched a product called Biotex, which is a material that uses no animal input, that is 64% renewable content. And we're very happy and very proud, because I think that the consumers are very happy with this material. And this is the type of material that slowly but surely will replace synthetic, the typical synthetic, but also some of the typical leather that you have. This is another tool, material that we provide to brand partner when they want to have alternative solution to leather or plastic.
I got you, because of course pleather has been around for a long time,
Correct.
right? And so, okay, so I guess you might be, so you're replacing both real leather and pleather. In a
So
sense,
we have the look and feel of leather,
Yeah.
but we have, obviously there is no animal input. And what we also provide is the reassurance, because we are lab to brand traceability
Yeah.
of all the inputs and the processes that goes into the material. So when Tory Burch, but also a lover of Tory Burch product buys it, they exactly know what they buy.
Yeah. Well, this business just screams ESG. So I've got to ask, I mean, tell me about, in terms of sustainability, are you guys carbon neutral? And, tell us about how you deal with waste and that sort of thing.
So we are working on that. We have multiple technology, as I mentioned, and we are working on reducing input, reducing electricity usage, everything you can imagine. And the technology that we offer, we tend to reduce pre-consumer waste. We also provide materials that are extremely durable, which is another way of protecting the planet, right? When your material and your goods are durable and they are good quality, you tend to keep it longer.
Just going back to the example of Tory Burch and any others you want to talk about, is the demand for this being driven by the end consumer, or is it the company? Is it at the company level, them trying to change because they have certain values, or is it a combination of both?
It's a combination of both. I mean, when we have had partnership with Sunrev, we had partnership with Everlane, now with Tory Burch, and many, many more. And we see the demand because the consumer can be also an employee of those companies. But most of those companies in general, and that's why they look for partners like us, and we look like for partner like them. They want material that satisfy again, when I say performance, is the look and feel, the colors, the playfulness of the material, but at a better sustainability KPI. And that's why there is a push on all directions.
I'm curious, with so much demand for what you guys are able to produce, are you able to produce enough, or do you have customers saying, give us everything you can, let's lock it in for a few years? How do those deals wind up shaping out?
So actually, we're one of the few companies in the bioinnovator space that is at scale. We already produce, because what we do is we're drop-in technology. So basically, when we design our innovation, we take into consideration the industrial framework that exists on the planet today. So the material that we've done for Tory Burch is unique to Tory Burch, but the technology could be done anywhere in the world for any brand. Same thing for biocollagen. Biocollagen, it's a collagen, it's a molecule that we could produce anywhere, and we have it at scale.
Well, it's interesting because I'm wondering if people are actually, consumers of your products without knowing it in some cases, because you're not. I mean, you're working with the brand, right?
Correct.
So, but is Tory Burch telling the world that it's you guys that you're working with? I mean, there's a press release, but do consumers know?
I think the consumer needs to look for it, but we are on the website. We're going to have a hand tag this summer, so the information is available. But it's true, most of the time you are consuming an innovation that you don't know. We are the origin of it, the genesis for that.
Well, great. I think we're almost out of time here, but I want to ask you, you guys have already accomplished so much. What are you most excited about right now? Is there a particular project or a new category that you're looking at that you're most excited about?
Well, we have few things cooking. I mean, we are, as I said, in beauty, in material, and in biomed. I mean, we are in constant progression. What we have today is good, but it's not what we want to continue to go. I mean, of course, what we call today's bioreplacement, where we're going to go to biobest. So watch out for us. We're going to have dyeability technology that allows to dye material with 95% less water. We're going to have material that looks and feels like leather. In the coming months, so we have a lot of things to show you guys.
All right, great. Well, I can't wait, Catherine. This was terrific. Thanks for joining us here at the New York Stock Exchange. That's Catherine, who's the CEO of the protein applications powerhouse, Modern Meadow. I'm John Jannerin from IPO Edge, signing off.